Hey guys, this is Bruce, and today we are continuing what we talked about last week. Last week we were talking about, or I don't know if this is last week, but before, the video before, we were talking to Mr. Ade, who actually sent me an email. He says, I'm trying to get a job to work from home. My background is network and desktop support, and I have some training in IT audit with CISA 2 years ago, and still I'm looking for a job. Okay, so let's answer this. And the reason why Ade is asking me this is because I've actually been working remotely for a long time. Actually, in 2011, I started working remotely. I don't normally include that particular job because I was traveling so much, but I was traveling to places like Hawaii, Japan, parts of Europe. I was all over these beautiful places, and I really had a blast doing it. It was a little bit too much travel, but it was a remote job. I don't normally include that one, but if I included that, I've been working remotely for the last 6 years, or 5 to 6 years. But if I just include the ones in the last 4 years, 4+ years, I've been working right here in this office that you see here, where I talk on this camera. Working right here with very little travel, like just going to go get a badge or something like that. Very little travel at all. And you can find these jobs, and I'm going to show you how. Now, last time we talked about using LinkedIn and how I use LinkedIn. And it's an incredible site. It's one of the best, actually. But there's another site. Here's another one called Virtual Vocations. And let's say that we're Ade. Like, if I was Ade, here's what I would do. I would go to Virtual Vocations. I'd sign up for their, I think it's like $40, $49. It's not cheap, but you can sign up for like a 1-month deal just to get on there and then apply for all the jobs that you qualify for. That's what I've done in the past. What you want to do, see, my method is persistent and aggressive persistence, and I do about 10 jobs per day. When I say I literally apply for 10 jobs that are remote, that are high paying, right? I'm very picky. You don't have to be as picky and ridiculous as I am. But thing is, if you apply for as many jobs as you can actually do, now you don't want to just apply for anything. Like, I'm not going to apply for a welder. I can't weld. I'm not going to apply for a software engineer. I'm not a software engineer. I apply for things that specifically I can do, right? Not stuff that are outside of the purview of what I do, but stuff that I can actually do. Like, I know that I could walk in to this job site and I can totally do it. Test. Okay, sounds working. Those are the kinds of jobs. I literally read through their job description and make sure I can do all that stuff. Sometimes there might be 1 or 2 things I can't do or I've never done before. But if I can do 70% of it, 75% of it, and I'm very confident about the work, I'm confident enough to talk to them and do an interview with them. So let's say, for the sake of an example, that we are Ade and we have network. And see, this is actually already a job that he can do. But let's say we have network support experience. So network support. So here's the jobs that's coming up for Virtual Vocations. Network support jobs. Look at this. First one comes up, this nationwide product network support engineer. You need a associate's degree, diploma. Let's see if it's remote. Yep, 100% telecommute. Telecommute is another word for remote work. How much travel? No travel. Let's see. What else? They want some college. How much? They want an associate's degree with 13 years of experience. Travel. No travel. Now, let's say you have less than 13. Let's say you have 8 years of experience, but you've read through this and you know you can do it. If I were you, I'd still contact them. Like, if you're close, if you're close, because let me let you in on a little secret, Ade. These guys are really looking for people. There's like this job boom that's been going on in IT security since it started, really. And it's just gotten more and more to the point where we really, really need people in IT and people in security, specifically in some of the fields that are deep, like meaning they're very specific. They really need a specific person to do this work. If you can do most of this stuff, I would apply anyway, even if you don't have 13 years of experience. I'd apply. The worst they could say is no. You want as much rejection as possible. You want to, like I said, I apply for 10 a day, right? And some of them are a wash. Sometimes I'm applying and that job's already been given out. Sometimes I'm applying and it's not a good fit. I talk to the person and they're like, not paying enough, or it's in another state. It's remote, but they want you to be close to the office. There's just all kinds of things. That's why. And another thing is like look at this. This is posted 23 days ago. More than likely, this job's already filled. This one's posted 3 days ago. And I should tell you that Virtual Vocations actually is a pay site. Like you have to pay it. It's got to be a member to actually get this stuff. But it's worth it. You just sign up. It's like $40 or something. Sign up and apply for all the jobs that you qualify for. But here's another one. Let's just look at a couple of these. This one is for telecommute for clinical research network coordinator. No, this is not what we want. This is not a technical job, I don't think. We want networking administrator type jobs like this one that's in Fort Walton Beach. So travel, some travel possible, majority of remote. So that might be a problem for you. They want you to have a secret clearance, but it's a network administrator. Look at that. If you qualify for it, you might want to call them even if you're in another state and be like, hey, I'm in another state. However, I can come to the site. I'll fly to your site, to get the badge or to go check things out or whatever. If that's okay with you, you could work things out with them. If you actually meet the criteria, sometimes you'll be surprised. The employer will actually meet you halfway if you just ask and tell them. Like, of course, you have to be qualified for the job. Let's look for another one here. Let's just go ahead and go through a couple more of these. Architect solution, you said network support, so let's stick with that, not senior network. Provider manager, we don't want that. Cloud engineer, okay, we don't want that. I think maybe network support is maybe a little too vague. Okay, here's one. That's remote cloud network engineer, which one says TSSCI. So I'm just going to go through it. Some of these are posted 11 days ago, 4 days ago. You just want to keep going through it. Okay, here's one. This one looks good. 100% telecommute, no travel. It's shift work, and it expires in 29 days, but it was released. When was this released? A couple days ago? Yeah, this one looks very recent. This looks like a really good one, actually. Look at this. It tells you, here's what you're going to be responsible for. Here's what we want from you. There's just so many jobs here. There's so many jobs. I'm always shocked when people say there's no jobs. There's no. In IT, it's on fire. We don't have enough people. I'm telling you. We don't have enough people to do this work. And a lot of times when Americans, when we are complaining about stuff, a lot of times they're complaining about the job itself. You can't find the job you want. But there's tons of jobs out there that are specifically that they want somebody who can do the work. Telecommunication, 100%, no travel. Look at this one, network moderator. Is this technical or is this some kind of coordinator job? Looks like a coordinator. Modern contractor, high speed internet access. But yeah, this is probably not what we want. We want technical, performing digital engagement. Forums, chat. I don't know. You might want to call them. This is so vague. I don't even know what the hell it is. So let's skip that one. Yeah, moderator. I don't know what that is. Network manager, service. There's totally so many things here, right? So many things. You got to go through them and see which ones that you are qualified for and sign up for it on multiple sites. You don't want to do it just on LinkedIn, okay? You definitely want to go through LinkedIn, like on the last video that we went through, and do as many of those as possible. Sign up for all of them. Everyone that you qualified to do, sign up for, and then turn on the job notification. So as soon as a new job comes up, boom, you apply for it. Here's the thing about remote jobs that I've noticed. They go really fast. As soon as a job opens up remotely, there's a small pool of remote jobs. That's one thing I will say. The pool of actual remote jobs are in demand, and as soon as they come out, somebody is jumping on them because it's just so much better to not commute. It's so much and sometimes they pay really good too. It's amazing. Like, it's a completely different lifestyle when you're working from home, and that's why they don't last long. That's why as soon as they're out there, boom, they're gone. So you want to apply for them as soon as possible and as many of them as possible. Now let's just assume that you can do network support and stuff, but you also said help desk. So again, you might use other words like support technician, or there's many other keywords that you could use rather than this. But look at this. This one's put out 6 days ago. Help desk technician, multiple locations. All these are remote jobs. Telecommute is saying the majority of the time you're telecommuting. Travel, yes, there's a possibility that you will have to travel. And if you're not okay with that, keep moving. They're telling you what they expect from you and all that kind of stuff. If you will qualify for it, apply for it. Like I said, apply for as many as possible. Look at how many there are. Look at all these. Look at all these. It goes for pages and pages and pages. And you want to apply for as many as possible. The ones, of course, that are most recent, that fit your description the best, the closer the fit is for you, the faster you should be applying for the job. There's many other sites. That's just two. I just showed you LinkedIn and Virtual Vocations, which is totally worth the money if you're really trying to get a remote job. Then there's other ones. There's CareerJet.com, which is a job aggregator. That means they take jobs from all these other sites and put them on their site. It's one of the best. CareerJet.com. Another one, Simply Hired. Go there, you could post your resume on Indeed.com. That's another one. Post your resume there. You start getting all of these contacts from other people, and then you turn on the job notifications. That's how I do it. It's basically just a numbers game. Like, I just put out so many resumes. I put out so many that I'm qualified for, that after a while I start getting this flood of opportunities coming from all different directions, and basically 90% of them, 95% of them aren't even related. Like, I can't even, there's so many opportunities that I have to turn them down. But and usually I turn them down for a good reason. Like, it's not enough money. It's not my state. It's not my county. It's not my city. It's not a good fit. I don't want to do what they're talking about. I actually end up talking to the technical recruiter or the actual people who are doing the work, and it's just not a good fit. So you got to weed through all of these different opportunities until you get to like a few. And right now, just to give you an example, I've gone through I'm in between jobs right now. I am working, but my contract's about to end. So now here I am looking for another position all day. And I'm doing the same techniques I've always used, and I've already got 3 to choose from. I got 3 right now, all remote, that I could choose from. They're all good. However, I'm looking for a very specific thing, So I'm in the process of interviewing, and it's going well. One of them I've already got. I just don't know. Like, I'm going through like this clearance process. They got some other clearance that I got to get, but there's other opportunities still coming, and I'm looking at this other one. I'm like, dang, like, which one do I have to choose which one I want. You can do the same thing if you actually do these methods. Now, if you want to go more in depth with all this stuff, and you haven't done so already, you can actually sign up for my course. It's $30, and I walk you through everything I do. And every now and then what I do is I release an exclusive thing just for that site, where I talk about, here's what I'm doing right now, and here's what I've applied for, and here's what I've got. So I actually put new content on there from every now and then. It's $30 if you want to get a complete breakdown and you want way more videos on this specific thing, where I go more in depth, and the sites actually show you how I'm doing it on these different sites and everything. And my resume, show you my resume, and then what I put in there and that kind of thing. Sign up for it. But if not, hopefully this video was helpful to you. I just showed you pretty much what I do and how aggressive I am. If you really want a job, you can do it. You got to be aggressive. Number one, let me just break it down. If you take nothing else from this video, you got to be aggressive. Okay, that means apply every day. 10 a day. it's a pain in the ass because you have to actually log into the site and you got to put the same information up over and over and over. Now, some of them are cool because you just upload your resume, boom, you're done. But 50% of them are you got to put all the information in there from scratch. So be aggressive and apply for like 10 a day, as a minimum 10 a day until you are walking into your new job. Put 10 a day. That's your job, is to put 10 a day. 10 applications in per day. Sign up on multiple sites, not just the two that I showed you. Indeed, not just LinkedIn and Virtual Vocations, but Indeed.com. Simply Hired. If you can put your resume there, anywhere you can put your resume up, anywhere that's hot. ZipRecruiter, all as many as possible is where you want to put it until you have a flood of opportunities. As many, like, put it on at least 10. Put your resume on at least 10. Monster.com. Find 10 job sites. Put them on all 10, and then keep searching all 10. Another thing you want to do is turn on notifications. So some of the sites have a notification button that'll allow it to actually send you, as soon as the job comes out, it says, hey, there's this new job that's remote. And it'll send you, and you want to apply for it immediately, especially if it matches you. Those are the main 3 things that I do, and it has really been effective. And I've been ever since been doing remote work. And so now, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to working locally. There's jobs here for me locally. There's tons of jobs locally, but I prefer to work from home for now. Maybe one day in the future I'll change my mind. I hope this was helpful to you, because this lifestyle, man, has been very rewarding for me, for my family. I'm able to have more flexible time. I'm actually here with them. Yes, I'm working, but I'm here in my house with my family and everything. So I hope this works for you and other people. Like, if you're interested, there's more information here. Keep watching these videos that I put out, and maybe it'll help you out. Until next time, guys, I'm out. See ya.